Hello students, in this video we are going to study the exemplar book solution for chapter 4. The chapter name is Heat, class 7, subject Science NCERT. So before starting that, let me recall what we had learned from the chapter. So we had seen that about the temperature, that the degree of hotness or coldness of any object is called its temperature, and whether an object is hot or cold we can say that from its temperature. The temperature of a substance can be increased by giving heat to that substance, and temperature of a substance can decrease on the absorbing heat from that substance. Then we had seen the instrument that is used to measure the temperature. So the instrument to measure the temperature of an object is called the thermometer. Then after we had seen different types of thermometer. So the thermometer that measures our body temperature is called a clinical thermometer or doctor's thermometer. A clinical thermometer can measure temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. And in Fahrenheit scale, it's from 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. Then we had seen the normal temperature of the human body, that is 37 degrees Celsius, and in Fahrenheit scale, it's a 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Then we had seen the thermometer which is used in laboratory is known as the laboratory thermometer, and the range for this thermometer is from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Then we had seen about maximum and minimum thermometer. So the thermometer which is used to measure the maximum and minimum temperature of the day is known as the maximum minimum thermometer. Then after we had seen about mercury and kink. So in clinical thermometer there is a kink, or you can say constriction, near the bulb of mercury, and this kink prevents mercury level from falling down. Then we had seen about transfer of heat and different methods for this transfer of heat. So the heat flows from the body at a higher temperature to a body at the lower temperature. And that is why hot tea becomes cold due to the flowing of heat in the surrounding or in the atmosphere. And on heating one end of an aluminium rod with the flame of a candle, heat flows from its nearer end to the far off end. This we had seen by one activity. Then what is the method for transfer of heat? So the process of transfer of heat from the hot end of a solid object towards the cold end is known as the conduction. And the solid substance like metals become hot due to the process of conduction. Then we had seen about the conductors and insulators of heat. So good conductors of heat, in that we had seen substance through which conduction of heat take place easily are called good conductors. And the example of these good conductors are metals like copper, silver, aluminium, iron, etc. are the good conductors of heat. Then after we had seen poor conductors, or you can say insulators of the heat. So the materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are called poor conductors of heat, or you can say insulators. Like wood, plastic, ebonite, leather, wool, glass, rubber, etc. are the poor conductors of heat. And on heating the vessels containing water, and water gets heated in the vessel. And this mode of heat transfer in water is known as the convection. That is the second type of transfer of heat. Liquid and gaseous substance get heated by the mode of transfer of heat called the convection. And there is one exceptional case, that is mercury. So mercury is a liquid even though it gets heated by the mode of transfer of heat called the conduction. Then we had seen about sea breeze and land breeze. So in coastal region, sea breeze during the day and land breeze during the night occur due to the convection. And then we had seen the third process by which the heat get transferred, so that is radiation. So from the sun, heat comes to us by the process known as the radiation, and in this process there is the radiation process does not require any medium. Then we had seen some phenomena that we can observe in the daily life about this heat. So dark color objects absorb radiation better than the light color objects, and this is the reason why we feel more comfortable in light color clothes in the summer season, and woolen clothes keeps us warm during winter. It is because wool is the poor conductor of heat and it has air trapped in between the fibers. So normally heat is more absorbed by black objects as compared to the white objects. So this we had seen in this chapter. So now let we see the solution of this exemplar book. You do not have to write this exercise in your notebook. This is right now for your practice. So let's start with this question. First question. Here first multiple choice questions are given to you. In that first one is a marble tile would feel cold as compared to the wooden tile on a winter morning, because the marble tile, the options are given to you, is a better conductor of heat than the wooden tile, is polished while wooden tile is not polished, reflects more heat than the wooden tile, and is a poor conductor of heat than the wooden tile. So your answer is option A, because the marble tile is better conductor of heat than the wooden tile, and since a marble tile is good conductor of heat as compared to the wood, therefore a marble tile will allow heat to pass through itself easily and keeping it cool on a winter morning. So your answer is option A. Now next question is second number. A beggar wrapped himself with a few layers of newspaper on a cold winter night, and this helped him to keep himself warm because the options are friction between the layers of newspaper produce heat. Next option, air trap between the layers of newspaper is a bad conductor of heat. Option C, newspaper is a conductor of heat. And option D is newspaper is at higher temperature than the temperature of the surrounding. So here your answer is option B, air trap in between the layers of newspaper is a bad conductor of heat, so it will not allow the heat to escape from the body to the surrounding. So this is why the beggar wrapped himself with a few layers of newspaper in the winter season. Now next question. Paheli and Bujaho measured their body temperature. Paheli found her to be 98.6 degree Fahrenheit and Bujaho recorded 37 degrees Celsius. Now which of the following statement is true? So the options are given to you. Paheli has a higher body temperature than Bujaho. Next option, Paheli has a lower body temperature than Bujaho. Option C, both have normal body temperature, and option D, both are suffering from fever. So your answer is option C, both have normal body temperature. The temperature that is 37 degrees Celsius is described in Celsius scale, while the temperature 98.6 degree Fahrenheit is described in the Fahrenheit scale. But they are actually equal, and both this value represent the normal average temperature of the body. So both have the normal body temperature. So your answer is option C. We will see the formula in the higher classes to convert this degree Celsius into Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit into degree Celsius. Now next question is, Bujaho has 3 thermometers as shown in the figure. He wants to measure the temperature of his body and that of boiling water. Now which thermometer should he choose? He has 3 thermometers and he wants to measure his body temperature and temperature of the boiling water. So here first thermometer is shown to you. It's a clinical thermometer. The next after second thermometer is shown to you. It's a laboratory thermometer. And last is shown to you. It is also a clinical thermometer, or you can say digital thermometer. So now options are given to you. Thermometer 1 and or 3 for measuring body temperature, and second for measuring the temperature of boiling water. Next option is thermometer 1 for measuring temperature of both, thermometer 2 for measuring temperature of both, and last option is thermometer 3 for measuring temperature of both. So here your answer is option A, temperature or thermometer 1 or 3 for measuring body temperature, as it's a clinical thermometer and it is used to measure the body temperature. And second, for measuring temperature of boiling water, as it is the laboratory thermometer, so it is used to measure the temperature of boiling water or any other object than the human body. So here your answer is option A. Next question, fifth number. 4 arrangements to measure temperature of ice in beaker with laboratory thermometer are shown to you in this figure A, B, C, D, and which one of them shows the correct arrangement for accurate measurement of temperature? We have to answer which one is the correct arrangement. Here 4 arrangements are given to you, as here you can see the difference between these 4 arrangement. So now let me see the option. Okay, options, these are the only option. Now out of this, which one is the correct arrangement? So A is the correct arrangement. Why? Because for accurate measurement we had seen what is the precaution we should follow. So for accurate measurement of temperature, a laboratory thermometer must be kept upright, not tilted. So here in the option D, it's a tilted, and the bulb should be completely surrounded by the substance of which the temperature is to be measured, and also the bulb should not touch the surface of the container. So here, as you can see in the option C, the bulb of the thermometer is not surrounded by the ice, or it is quite above the ice, so it is also false. And in option B, we can see that the bulb of the thermometer touched the surface of the container, so it is also wrong arrangement. So here the correct answer is option A. Next question, 6 number, figure 4.3. That means this figure A to D shows the student recording a doctor's thermometer, recording the measurement in the doctor's thermometer. Now which of the figure indicates the correct method for reading the temperature? A to D options are given to you. So here the answer is A, because in this case the eyes of the students are in level of mercury in the thermometer. So it is the correct way to read the temperature in the clinical thermometer or doctor's thermometer. As you can see in B and C option, it is not, the thermometer or mercury in the thermometer is not at the eye level. Or in the D option, you can see that student is hold the bulb of the thermometer, which is again false or incorrect method to measure the or to record the temperature of the thermometer. We should not hold the bulb of the thermometer, but we should hold the thermometer by the opposite side of the bulb of the thermometer. So here the correct answer is option A. Now next 7th number, figure A to D. Next figure 4.4 shows the reading on the 4 different thermometers. Indicate which of the reading shows the normal human body temperature. So we had seen the normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. So here the options are given to you, A to D. So the correct answer is option C. As the normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, here you can see the mercury is shown to you at 37 degrees Celsius. Here it is more than 37, here it is less than 37, and here it is around 38.5 degrees Celsius. So the correct answer is option C. Now next is very short answer type questions. So the question is, shopkeepers selling ice blocks using cover them with jute sack. Explain why. So now this question answer we will see with the answer solution. So here the answer is given to you, why shopkeepers selling ice block usually cover them with a jute sack. So since a jute sack is the thermal insulator, or it is the poor conductor of heat, therefore it helps ice not to melt immediately. So shopkeepers must use insulating materials like sack, sawdust, newspaper, etc. to cover the ice. So this is the reason that jute sack is the thermal insulator or insulator of heat. That's why he is covering ice with this kind of materials like sack, sawdust, newspaper to prevent it from melting. Next question 9 number, a laboratory thermometer A is kept 7 cm away on the side of the flame, while a similar thermometer B is kept 7 cm above the flame of a candle as shown in the figure, and which of the thermometer A or B will show a greater rise in the temperature, and give the reason for this answer. So here in the figure we can see that this thermometer A is kept 7 cm away from the candle and the thermometer B is kept 7 cm above from the candle. So now which thermometer will show the higher reading or greater reading of the temperature? So the thermometer whose bulb is just above the candle flame, that is thermometer B. It's a B. So the thermometer B whose bulb is just above the candle flame will show the greater rise in the temperature, because hot air above the candle rises up immediately, and we had seen already that hot air rises up, and that's why the thermometer with which bulb is above the candle flame will show the greater rise in the temperature, and it increases the temperature of bulb of the thermometers higher than that of thermometer A. So thermometer B will show the higher reading or greater rise in the temperature. Next 10 number, to keep her soup warm, Paheli wrapped the container in which it was kept a woolen cloth. Can she apply the same method to keep a glass of cold drink cool? And give the reason for the answer. So now to keep the soup warm, Paheli wrapped the container of the soup with the woolen cloth. So now she used this method to keep the warm her soup. Now can she apply the same method to keep the cold drink cool? That we have to answer. So yes, she can apply the same method to keep a glass of cold drink cool, because wool is the thermal insulator. We had seen it is the poor conductor of heat, and it cannot allow heat to pass through it from soup to the surrounding or from the surrounding to the soup. So that's why she can also use the same method to keep her cold drink cool. Next question. In a mercury thermometer, the level of mercury rises when its bulb comes in contact with a hot object. What is the reason for this rise in the level of mercury? Why the mercury level is rises? So as the temperature increases, expansion of mercury take place in the capillary tube, that is thin tube, hair-like thin tube which is inside of this thermometer, in which the expansion of mercury take place as the temperature increases, and which leads to the rise in the level of mercury in the thermometer. So when this bulb comes in contact with the hot object, the mercury level rises in the thermometer. So this is the reason. Next is short answer type questions. In the 12 number, a circular metal loop is heated at point O as shown in the figure. So first question is, in which direction would heat flow in the loop? So here as it is shown to you, at point O we are giving the heat to this loop. So in which direction the heat would flow, that we had to find. And our next question is, in which order the pins at the point P, Q and R fix with the help of a wax falls if the points O, P, Q and R is equidistant from each other. If these all 4 points are equal distance from each other, then the pins are joined or fixed at the points P, Q, R with the help of wax. So which pin will fall first? So the first answer, that is heat will flow in both the direction, that is from O to P this direction and from O to R, that is here it is the R. So heat will flow in both the direction from O to P and from O to R. Next second number is, first of all pins at P and R. Here FT it is representing the R. So the pin which is at the P and R, here and here, will fall simultaneously, and after that pin at Q will flow because of the equal amount of heat will reach the pins P at P and R first. Here it is Q. So the pins which are connected at P, Q or R, from these pins, the pins which are connected at P and R will fall first because the same amount of heat is reaches to this pin, and then after at the end the pin which is fixed at the Q will fall as it is the farthest from this point O. So this is the answer for the second question. Now next question is, in the arrangements A and B, the two different arrangement is shown to you in the figure. Pins P and Q are fixed to a metal loop and iron rod with the help of a wax. In arrangement B, it is connected or fixed with the iron rod, and in the arrangement A, it is fixed with the metal loop. Now in which case are both the pins likely to fall at different times? Explain why. So in which case the pins will fall at different times, that we have to explain and answer. So as from the given figures A and B, in the case of A, the pins at P and Q gets equal amount of heat. As we are heating this at this point, that is middle point, so the points which P and Q gets the equal amount of heat, so the pin that are fixed at the point P and Q in the case of this arrangement will fall simultaneously. That means that they will fall at the same time. And in the arrangement of B, the points P falls before the pin at the Q. The pin which is fixed at the point P will fall first as compared to, and then after the pin which is fixed at the point Q will fall at the end, because the heat will reach first to the point P and then after to the point Q. So that's why in the second case, or in arrangement B, the pins will fall at the different times. So this is your answer with the explanation. Now next question, 14 number. For setting curd, a small amount of curd is added to warm milk. The microbes present in the curd helps in setting if the temperature of the mixture remains approximately between 35 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. Now at places where room temperature remains much below the range, that means below the 35 degree Celsius, setting of curds becomes difficult, and suggests a way to set curd in such a condition. How we can set the curd in such condition where the temperature is below the 35 degrees Celsius. So for setting of curd at places where temperature is below the room temperature, the container in which curd is to be made must be kept in a thermally insulated cover, or it can be wrapped either by a woolen material or a jute sack, so that temperature is maintained for the setting of curd. As in the previous example, we had seen that Paheli is using a woolen cloth to cover her container of soup to keep it warm. So same as like that, for setting curd, we have to cover this container or the bucket or the utensil in which we want to set the curd. We have to cover that with the woolen cloth or jute sack to maintain or to keep this container thermally insulated, so that the heat does not escape from the container to the surrounding or surrounding to the container. And the container can also be kept in a sun or near the gas stove while cooking food for the setting curd. And if we don't want to go for the first condition, then the container you can also keep this container in the sunlight or near the gas stove, so its temperature will be between the 35 degrees Celsius to the 40 degrees Celsius, and which is appropriate for the setting of the curd. So these are the two methods by which, in the case when the temperature is below the 35 degrees Celsius and you want to set a curd, then you can use these two methods. Next question number 15 is, you may have noticed that few sharp jerks are given to clinical thermometer before using it. Why is it done so? If you had not observed, then doctors are giving the jerk to the or shake the thermometer. So why he is doing so? So that we have to answer. So jerks are given to clinical thermometer before using it to settle down the mercury level below the normal temperature, so that the measurement of temperature of a body can be taken accurately. So before using, every time the doctor is giving the jerks to this thermometer to keep the mercury or to bring the mercury level below the normal temperature, so it can measure the accurately, or it can give the precise measurement. So that is why doctors give the jerk to the thermometers. Next, question number 16. It is advised not to hold the thermometer by its bulb while reading it. So explain why. As in the previous figure, we had seen that a student who is measuring the reading of the thermometer, she is holding the thermometer with the help with its bulb. So why that was wrong? So we have to answer that. So we are advised not to hold the thermometer bulb while reading it, as the level of mercury increases from the actual reading due to our body temperature. As we are holding from the bulb, and bulb can sense the temperature, so as a result of that, the temperature or the reading of the thermometer will increase due to our body temperature. So it is advised not to hold the thermometer by its bulb, but from the opposite side of the bulb. Next, 17 number. So at a campsite, there are tents of two shades, one made with black fabric and the other with the white fabric. So which one will you prefer for resting on a hot summer afternoon, and give the reason for your choice? And would you like to prefer the same tent during the winter season? So this is based on the dark colors and light colors. So we will prefer white fabric tent in the case of summer, because it reflects all the radiation from the sun and keeps us cool inside the tent. So in the summer season, we will prefer the white fabric tent, as it is most of the heat it is reflecting, so that's why we can feel comfortable inside the tent. And in the winter season, we will not prefer the same tent. We should use a black fabric tent, as it absorbs all colors of light from the sun and keeps us warm inside the tent. So that's why, as we had seen, black color absorbs the heat, so we should select the black fabric tent in the winter season. Next question is, while constructing a house in the coastal area, in which direction should the windows preferably face, and why? So windows should preferably face towards the sea beach, because the sea breeze coming from sea keeps the house cool during the daytime. As we had seen, the sea breeze blows during the daytime, and in that the wind blows from sea. So that's why we should keep the windows facing the sea, so that we can get the sea breeze or the wind that is blows from the sea. Next is, observe the pictures given in the figure. Water is being boiled in a pan of white base. So first is, which position of P or T will feel warmer? And next question is, fill up the boxes P and T to indicate the mode of flow of heat to the hand. So the answers are, from the given diagram we can say that position P will feel warmer because of the hot air rises up. As we had seen, hot air rises up, so the hand which is kept at the P position P will feel warmer, and the flow of heat to P is a convection process because of the air, and near the boiling water gets hot and rises. So we had seen in the water and in the gaseous, the flow of heat is by the process of convection. And however, on the side such as T, where the position is T, there is no convection take place, and air does not feel as hot as at the top. Therefore, flow of heat to the T is by the process of radiation. By the process of radiation of the flame, we can feel somewhat hotter at point or at the position T. Next 20 number, the length of wire PQ in case of A is equal to the diameter of the semicircle formed by the wire CDE, this one, in case of B. Now one pin is attached to each wire with the help of wax as shown to you. In this case here it is attached, and in this case here it is attached. Now which pin will fall first, that we have to explain. So the pin on the wire PQ, that is in this case, will fall first because the heat will reach to the pin on the straight wire PQ. Because the heat reaches the pin on the semicircle wire CDE, it will take some time. So in the case of A, the pin at the point Q will fall first as compared to the pin which is fixed at the point C. So here the answer is given to you. The pin on the wire PQ in case of A will fall first because the heat will reach to the pin on a straight wire PQ before the heat that is reaches the pin on the semicircular wire CDE in case of B. So these are the solution of exemplar book of chapter 4. So in the next video we will see some extra exercise for this chapter. This exercise or this solution is for your practice. Thank you.